It's all in the video.
What's the video? Oh shit! Is it going?
Yes, honey.
Oh,
Hey everyone, we're doing Porch Talk Live today. I'm with this crazy girl, Fifi.
hey y'all!
Y'all make sure y'all catch up on our skits now. So
For real.
Kanye met with the president, and everybody was in outrage. I actually watched a review. I even watched a review with Roland Martin, and I wasn't really a fan of that because I felt like Roland was nitpicking and he was off base. But whatever, that's his damn show. Kanye, man, let me tell you, he has really got to. I kind of, he made some strong points. I will agree, he did. But he kind of went in the interview seeming like he was high and he was just rambling. You know how people be high and they just go from one thought to the next. They just keep going. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like he could have been a little bit more organized. But outside of that, he had some good points. I did make a post earlier this week saying that Kanye is like a coon with rabies. He needs to go to the vet and sit down, Mr. Kardashian. And part of that I still stand on because
all of it.
because he was up there talking about he loved Trump and all of this stuff, and you know he feels like Superman with the hat on. Now it could be that maybe he is warming up to Trump so he will listen to him. I'm gonna say maybe that's what it is. Sometimes you have to. Trump is a narcissist, so you got to kind of stroke their egos a little bit for them to hear you. That's what they like. They like to hear how great they were. So maybe that's it. Because if it's not, Kanye really needs to sit down.
I think I need to do this interview with a screw face. I got to do this with you with a screw face because I'm screwed up still. Go ahead. Back to it.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? But yeah, he was saying how people expect that if you're black, you should be Democrat. That welfare is the reason why a lot of black people end up being Democratic. You know, they need their things. A lot of men, he was actually talking about how a lot of the fathers were losing their jobs and, you know, the women could get more money if they had more children. So, you know, once you get on those benefits, you kind of, you know, want to keep them. And that's the Democratic Party makes those provisions. The Republicans more so make people take responsibility for themselves. I'm kind of on the middle because I feel like there are people that need help and you should take the benefits.
I mean, yeah. One, I don't think that that's what the Democratic Party is about. I just feel like
I don't. But I'm just saying they, you know.
I feel like that they are there for the people. Now, I think that overall, yeah, people they need to do something about welfare. Like, yes, I agree that something needs to be done with that. But then still, I do think that there should be a system put in place for people that need a helping hand, that need some form of assistance and stuff. You know, just period, because it doesn't matter, you know, like, okay, I'm sorry. I just think
it's okay to have a choice, yes.
Yeah, like I think that you absolutely that the Democratic Party is absolutely necessary. I just think it is. Like I think that Republicans have a history of being out for the rich, and majority of America is not fucking rich. So I just think that that would absolutely be crazy for him, being that he came from a single family household, to even claim that. I think that if you didn't come from wealth first and foremost, then you can't just claim to be to jump ship and be another what you call it, like, what do you call it? Political party. Like you can't just jump ship and go to a
Democratic. Yeah,
that's like saying because you got some money you could be white now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, stereotypically white people are the privileged ones and they so-called have money and stuff like that. So when you get money, that's like saying, oh, I'm white, which people do jokingly say it. I even say it, like, I'm white people when I get money, but I'm not about to say I'm a Republican when I get rich. Like I just got some money.
No, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to even claim either party. I'm with whoever makes sense. By definition, on the book, if in history class, if you look at Republicans by the book, by definition, it doesn't sound bad. But yes, she's absolutely right. Republicans do tend to make the rich richer. Yeah. I don't think either party is perfect. I think we have a long way to go. That's what I think.
But for Kanye, overall, my just overall observation of this video is that, yes, he did have some valid points. I do absolutely feel like he has some valid points. Did he use a bad platform to display those concerns? Absolutely. Because I feel like what do they have to do with the community base of who you trying to reach? Like, you keep talking about Chicago, Chirac, and all of that and stuff, and you make enough money to go there personally and start to make a change, as do a lot of celebrities. I mean, look at what's that other guy named?
Chance?
Yes, look at him. Like, I mean, he is he's making a direct impact in his city because it means something to him. Like, he don't have to go and solicit nobody. Like, he not trying to go and do that. He using his own dime and reaching out to other people, and they will respect that because he's coming to them with his own dime, like anybody would with any other thing. If you go to them and show that you are sowing some of your own seed, putting some of your own skin in the game, then they will help you do it. Like, I just think that that's like common thing for him to go and reach out to Trump when he wasn't trying to reach out to no other fucking presidents, and this one is the dumbest of all. I just think that that's absolutely crazy. Like, he didn't even think that he was supposed to be the president. So why are you going to him and asking him for some help and saying, even when he was like, the beginning part when he like amen and him saying like, well, we stopped the war that Obama didn't stop, and listen at, like, why are you even going there? Was you dick riding Obama like that? Maybe he would have did a little bit more if he was doing that. Okay, go ahead.
Right. That's a must. He said that this point I really liked, which is very simple. Bravery helps you beat this game called life. Yes, you can't be a pussy in this life because it's rough. You put your big girl and big boy drawers on and take it by the horns. He was saying that he wasn't necessarily feeling the whole Hillary thing. He said he likes everybody, likes Hillary, but he didn't feel the I am with her movement. It kind of made him feel like it didn't give the thing or make him feel like he wanted to throw a ball with his son. I think what he was trying to say is it's kind of away from the
Kardashians. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's kind of taken away from the masculine energy. Me personally, I don't like Hillary. I'm not a fan of hers. I wouldn't have voted for her. I didn't vote for Trump either. So it wasn't a lesser of the two evils. It's like I don't like either one of them. So
I want syphilis or herpes. So I'm just
I don't want it. I don't want it
because it was like choosing an STD.
Yeah. I do agree with another point. He said middle America needs to be made strong. That is very true. Jobs needs to be brought to America. I agree. Our people need more jobs. At the end of the day, the problem is resources and the lack of money.
Yeah.
Once if black people need our own resources and our own money, it's just point blank in the period. There's no way getting around that.
Not only do we need our own resources and our own money, we need to keep them within our community. Like, if we don't do that, you can make $1 million, but if you're taking it out to the next neighborhood or the next community, the next area, and spending it, then hell, it don't make a difference. Like, only you busting fresh, only you reaping the benefits of that. The whole thing about community is to generate resources within your area where you are, so you can be comfortable where you are. Why should you have to travel out to go to other, to grocery stores? Why you got to go across 8 Mile or to the suburbs or something like that to just get to a real name brand grocery store or somewhere where the meat ain't brown or some shit like that? Like, to me, that that's crazy, and that's simply because we still take our dollar outside of our area and spend it. So again, if you can make as much money as you want, but if you're not building your community up with it, it's pointless. So I think that we as a people, we get away from that. Like, we don't never speak on building up our own stuff, like building our own community, or even like supporting our people.
Girl, our own people can't share a video. How many people you think gonna share this video? Watch it. They can't push share. They can't press like. They can't press subscribe. How many people? Look. Oh, that's because of the cord. How many people, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a complicated thing. I know I've got a friend of mine that was explaining that he had a party store, and I believe him and his brother owned it or something like that. His brother passed away. It became a bit much. And he was saying how when you look at the Arabs, they get a lot of breaks on their stuff, or they get credit. Like, you know how your mama go buy some cigarettes on credit and order. They can do that, where they don't do that to black people. So that's why our stuff is more expensive and stuff like that. They get breaks that we don't. And that's part of the problem too. That has to be addressed, because it's easy.
We don't pay the back. We don't pay it back. Do you know how many notes the people got from these kids that brought their mama cigarettes? brought it up there and got cigarettes for their mama. We don't pay it back. We act like we didn't even write the note. Go ahead.
And Dale, how many times you seen Kermit to get the Virginia Slims?
But whenever I get my check on the first, whenever they give me my money from when I sell my food stamps, I pay that back. I take him his money back so he can keep on because I need my Virginia Slims. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah, if you was watching the skits, you know what we was talking about. So get into it. So, you know, Kanye mentions why do people say, why is he back in a racist? And he says, do you think racism is going to hold me back? Again, this was one of those statements that Kanye has made that wasn't well articulated. Yes, to a degree, slavery is a mindset, and we have to stop putting ourselves in a box.
Absolutely.
And stop feeling like we can't do this and we can't do that and blame everything else on everybody else but ourselves. We do need to do better, and that's just what it is. We need to do better. So he didn't articulate that well. He should have kind of went more in depth. I mean, he rambled about everything else. Why not go in depth about that?
I feel you. I just really feel like I don't feel like shit. I know that he did not consult with no elders about going on this. He didn't speak with none of the elders, our elders, that could have told him something or how to be or gave him some type of outline or something like that, to make him know how to conduct himself or how to make the conversation flow when he went there. He just went there off a dream, like, off the top of the dome. I mean, and when Martin Luther had his, he still consulted with some damn elders. You can't tell me that he didn't,
Right.
Like if you, he could have at least even talked to Steve Harvey. Like, he had went and did this, and he was able to maintain, like, people talk shit because they're going to do that regardless. Like, yeah. I don't think that either way, people would have had something to say. I'm going to have something to say regardless. Like, that's just the nature of the beast. But at the same time, when you go and sit down and take a look at it and stuff, you would feel different about it, like we did. Like, we actually looked at the whole damn video. But at the same time, I still feel like I felt when they was playing the snippets, because regardless to how educated his statements and stuff or whatever, or his thoughts may have been, like, I understood where he was trying to go. You didn't go there. Like, you just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Rambling.
Yeah. And not only that, like, you didn't even consult with, who the fuck did he have sitting up there with him? Like,
Jim Brown was saying shit.
He old as hell. Like, I don't know who them other people was. Like, bring some people of that you can actually form some type of something with, and y'all go out and do this with that. Why you ain't go talk to Farrakhan before you went up there? Why you know what I'm saying? Go talk to some real people and let them know really what you got going on. I get it, and no offense to none of the rappers and all of them or whatever that he did probably go and consult with, because I think Swiss Beats even said that he came and said something to him about it or whatever, about what he was gonna do, and then went and did something else contradicting and stuff. And I get it, like, yeah, those are his peers, but you need to go to the fucking elders when you go and do something like that. Everybody know that you go to old people first, and you ask them how to go and do some shit when you about to do something that big. Like, you always go and counsel with the elders. That simple as that. Like, I can't say it no other way, and I'm never not gonna think that. Like, I just feel like, he was very out of pocket with just the whole damn thing. Why? And again, the crew that he had sitting up there with him, like, they was the back row of the church. Go ahead, I'm done.
Yeah, Kanye, man, I'm still tripping on the hat, making me feel like Superman. Dog, if you don't, what? Yeah, that was something right there. Now, another thing that I definitely agree with is he was saying how children don't necessarily have ADD. School is boring, and they need to change the curriculum. I absolutely agree. You have to change. These children are more interactive with electronics. They've got to find a way to reach the kids. I'm not saying their whole life should be in a tablet, but I am saying there's got to be some kind of realistic current day way of reaching these children, because teaching them how I even grew up or I was taught is not efficient enough. We're changing. We're evolving. Right. And the curriculum needs to evolve.
I agree.
Period.
No, absolutely. I agree. Yeah. They just doing math problems wrong. I mean, different. That's just the only thing they're doing different in school now. And I don't even know how to solve a 5th grade math problem no more.
If they taught kids like they needed to be, they could get out of school even sooner and be more efficient. They're taking way too long, dragging out stuff, and for what? Stop teaching these kids fluff. Teach them exactly what they need to know to function in society.
That's because they took trades away.
They need to. He said that. He said they need to put arts back in school. They need to put trades, as you
they took trades away. You know, that's why.
Votech, OTech, all of those needs to go back. Our kids, I mean, boys need to have trades. That's very important.
Absolutely. Like they had auto mechanics class and learn how to do plumbing and things like that before you even get out of school. Why should you have to go to somewhere outside of your school to try to get these type of skills? Like that's absolutely crazy. That's the whole reason why you go to school, is to learn how to be a productive adult, like to learn how to be an asset to the community.
As we're talking, I really think
community.
We need to.
All about.
Yeah, we almost need to get rid of college. I mean, I think we could keep the master's degree in this way, like the master's. So you would finish high school, and if you want to further your education, it would be like a master's. But high school should be equivalent enough to have your high school and bachelor's. You should be knowing. Should nobody spend 20 years of their life trying to be ready for the world?
Yeah.
Because by the time you're ready to live, you're ready to retire.
Yeah, you tired as hell.
And you chewed the fuck up. You can't even do shit. You can't enjoy.
Stay chewed up.
Yeah, chew the fuck up. You ain't wearing no bikini on no beach, sipping on Mai Tai because you wrinkle and you toe up and you tired.
Yeah,
you tired.
Yeah.
So stuff like that needs to change. But again, just to wrap things up, I think that when I see the video with Kanye, and there was a lot of other points, but we're running long. This video is running long, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I could see by actually watching it, his intentions were in the right place. They just weren't as effectively delivered and articulated as they should have been. It was a lot of, running around, which, I mean, I'm probably have done in this video, but still, I'm not talking to the president.
I just feel like Kanye doing this video in the manner that he did, in the fashion that he did, was the equivalent of Kobe Bryant coming to play, showing up at a game in some red bottom stilettos.
Falling all over.
It was just the wrong place. I mean, because red bottom stilettos are cute, and everything else. And I just think that they ain't equipped they're not good for a basketball court. So, I mean, you just wrong place, wrong time. I just think that he should have used a better platform or did a better strategy overall to relay his message. Because to your point, I absolutely, truly, I don't think that he was coming from a malicious place as much as he delivered it out of a ignorant space.
That was it. Yeah. And we will end on that note. Thanks again, once again, for tuning in to Porch Talk. Check you next time. Bye.